Three, two, one, and we're live. It's just me and Shrikar this time. Tristan is busy studying for midterms, and Shrikar should be too.
But I don't care about my grades, clearly.
That's not what you sounded like approximately 30 seconds ago when I was talking to you off camera. Bro, I'm failing all my courses. Oh, I'm gonna adjust my camera. Anyway, yeah, we've been gone for like 2 weeks. We didn't do an episode last week. Actually, no. Correction, we did do an episode, but
it was long. It was so long.
Yeah, it was probably your longest episode to date. It was like an hour and 40 minutes. But technical difficulties meant that we couldn't release it, which was really, really sad and bad.
Sad, yeah.
And it made me mad. But this episode's going to be pretty rad, so stay tuned. What's on the schedule today, Mr. Kovali?
I mean, it's international break.
UEFA Nations League.
I get you. Yes, it's officially the Nations League now. My bad. It's only for UEFA though, right? Nations League, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's the UEFA Nations League, so only for European clubs. It's teams, not clubs.
But
countries, yes. Yeah.
European clubs, yes. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm kind of liking the Nations League.
It serves some sort of purpose.
Like, the games are so high quality because it's not just like, play your B team and then after 60 minutes play your C team. It's like all the stars are playing and like the teams have to win because it's actually for points. So I don't know. For players though, obviously I see the issue that managers keep bringing up. That it just means that it's another competition that they have to play and another. Like, it's more load on the players, which fair enough it is, and in the especially for English clubs, because they don't have a winter. Well, they have a staggered winter break now, so. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
But also, unlike the international friendlies where you got unlimited substitutions, you can't do that now either.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like you can only send in like a player for 45 minutes.
200 new players on like the 60th minute.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like the England-Spain game today. By the way, what a game! England, Raheem Sterling, my boy.
It was before the game. He was like, "It's time I scored," and
he did.
Yeah.
But like, what I was trying to get to is, I felt like I was watching a really high. I felt like it was like a Champions League game. It's just like you go into the international break and you're like, it's gonna be fuck, what am I gonna do? But then you see like
it's gonna
Ramos
be Croatia,
playing
England,
against Kane, Sterling, Rashford. It's like, whoa, I'm liking this.
And you get to see high-profile clashes, which is all it's about, right?
Exactly.
Which you might not get to see in World Cup or the Euros because of tables or etc. etc. So it's a nice change.
Yeah.
I just feel like it could be implemented a little better to aid clubs and aid players, but I see why it's there.
How would you do it differently though?
I'd implement the unlimited substitutions rule just for fun.
The unlimited substitutions rule? Really? Yeah. Here's what I think, but I don't think managers would even use that if it was a real competition, because then you completely mess up the rhythm of your team. So,
no, I get that, but when else will a manager get to try out different tactics, try out different things? Because the concept of friendlies is almost gone. I'm not sure where they're gonna play the friendlies now.
The friendlies are still a thing, but like they're very rare. They're gonna be like sprinkled in somewhere, like maybe one in 6 months. It's not a lot, yeah.
Or maybe I like to see a first half team and a second half team without changes in between, something around those lines.
First half team and a second half team. That's literally it's like, England 1 beat Spain 1, but Spain 2 beat England 2. It's like, no, I don't know about that. What else? England played Croatia first in the international break, which was probably the worst game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It was so underwhelming.
You remember that one game in the 2014 World Cup where it was like Iran versus.
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about?
And I know there were so many memes about that too. Yeah. Oh man,
I remember the boring James Miller Twitter account made a tweet about it. It's like, this Iran versus something game is the best game I've ever seen. Absolute cracker. It was like a 0-0. This was worse than that game. It was so bad.
Oh boy.
And for you guys that don't know, it finished 0-0, but Croatia had to play the game behind closed doors, so basically no fans were allowed to come in the stadium. And I think that obviously contributed to the game being shit because there was no hype.
Yeah, there was no hype around it. There was nothing going for the game in terms of atmosphere, in terms of build-up, in terms of anything really.
Like, this would have been
like
built for,
routine.
you know, like the return of these two semifinalists for, like, you know, England's revenge or Croatia dominating. But
I mean, the papers did try to kind of hype it up a little bit, but I mean, at the end it was.
At the end, it was just 90 minutes gone from the players' legs who were already tired. It was just,
and our lives as well.
Pretty much, yeah. You could hear like the England fans singing outside the stadium, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a horrible game, shit game. And then England played
Spain.
Spain.
In the same match day.
Oh,
no. The same match day, Netherlands beat Germany 3-0.
Yeah.
Now that was a game worthy of watching.
3-0.
That was a good game. 3-0. That was.
What the hell?
I mean, I saw a stat the other day. Germany has won only 3 of their last 12 or 14 games, which is
they're on like a very
crazy.
bad run. They're just I don't know what. Like their players aren't all of a sudden shit, but I think. Okay, I think also we have to give credit to the Netherlands in this because Netherlands played fantastic.
They were fantastic.
Virgil van Dijk is quickly becoming one of the best defenders in the world. I think he's already in like the top 3 or 5 for me.
I think top 5. Yeah, you got Varane, you got Ramos, you have Godin.
Yeah, I'd put him in that bracket.
Van Dijk goes, yeah.
And he's had an effect on them because I felt like over the past like however many years since like 2010 when they had that great run, they've been
underwhelming,
horrible. Like it's been depressing for them. They haven't even made it to like so many major tournaments. But and I felt like they lacked like a character, like you know, like you watch them play and they just looked so weak and like full of veterans. But now like he's coming in there and he's like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it, guys. Like don't be stupid. And Wijnaldum too, taking their Liverpool form into internationals.
Oh yeah, he's been great this season. I think he's been our performer of the season so far in terms of consistency. Apart from James Milner, of course, but I feel like
you think Wijnaldum?
He's been amazing this season. Often goes underrated in terms of build up and everything, but he's.
Every time
I feel like that you can say that for our entire midfield though, like the 3 of them who play, like Henderson, Milner, Wijnaldum.
Yeah, I feel like. Every time I watch Wijnaldum, I don't think I've ever seen the guy give the ball away. Not once.
Yeah.
He never...
Yeah, there's that.
And he never just does, like, sideways... Well, sometimes... He does do sideways passes, but I feel like they're quick and they're crisp and they're with a purpose.
Yeah,
you know, like, he's a good player.
For Newcastle, he did play up front, so I'd like to see him.
Oh yeah, 5 goals in one game. What the fuck? Remember when he did that?
I was like, I remember. It was. I was
amazing. Like, okay, he's a striker, isn't he? Why is he playing? In midfield?
And then he plays defender for Klopp in one of the games. Yeah, it's insane.
It's crazy.
He played center back against Swansea, I think. Jokes.
You guys have a lot of those technical players, but anyway, getting back to that, what
3-0? Like where? How? Why?
Where do you think Germany's going, man? What? How is a team that was so successful?
I really think they needed a refresh.
But I feel like they're getting the refresh, but they're still not getting, like in terms of players at least, they are getting like younger players in.
I mean, in terms of the manager, he's been there for.
You'd sack him now?
Far too long. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's done well.
Spain and their golden generation. Vicente Del Bosque left after 8 successful years, which maybe could have been 12.
But he left after it was turning sour, I think, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't real. I think he just left because he was bored.
Who would reply? Sorry? He was what? He was bored?
I just think he left because he was bored, yeah.
I don't think he was bored after they crashed out of 2014 and 2016.
Well, to be fair, then you could say the same for Germany, kind of.
Yeah, like he's not bored. I think he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on with his players. I just feel like all the German players are out of form because you look at how Bayern are doing in their league too. They're not in form and they're getting old, like you said. But their youth team, I think, won the World Cup, didn't they recently? Like their under 21 team.
World Cup? Oh, Germany
versus Spain, I think it was.
Not sure.
But like their youth team
you could be right.
did well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe there is like a new manager that needs to come in. I don't know. What do you think, Shrikar? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a refresh. To BH, it's been far too long.
Yeah. It's just Leroy Sané played in the second half for them as well, but I think he had the chance to equalize at one point, and he fluffed his lines because Netherlands basically wrapped up this game in the last 5 minutes, and I felt that they got done in this game the same way they got done in all their games in the World Cup. I just think like they don't know how to defend against the counterattack. They leave like one player back, and that's how they concede all their goals.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Like remember Mexico, remember South Korea.
If you take that one man out, they're very, very susceptible to the attack.
So maybe it's just a change of system that they need, but just some observations I had. What else? What other Nations League fixtures were really cool and interesting that we can talk about?
I thought game week 3 or the fixtures before this were pretty trash. I don't see anything too interesting. All the British teams except for Gibraltar won, which is the first time in history that happened.
Really?
Yeah, Gibraltar's first win ever.
Wow. If any Gibraltar fans are listening, congratulations.
Yeah. They beat Armenia 1-0.
What do you think of Mo Salah scoring from his corner? Is he injured? He's injured, right?
He's injured. Yes, he is injured. It's a hamstring, I think, but it's more of a sprain than a muscle injury, as far as I hear. Or a tear.
Oh, okay.
So he should be back, if not for this weekend, the fixture after that.
Yo, honestly,
I think even if he's back,
I feel like a tiny injury. Obviously, it's not good to get injured. Might like help him because it would put him out of the spotlight, and then he'd come back and because the spotlight's on him. He's not firing. He's not scoring 200 goals. Yeah. What's he up to?
Yeah.
But he's still obviously a great player. So maybe a tiny injury
of course.
He's away from the limelight would help him.
I think a week off could do him good, and we have the depth. It's fine. We could deal without him for a bit.
Do you? Because I'm just reading the notes that you made, and it just made me laugh because you said Salah, VVD, Mane, Milner injured.
Milner apparently is back from injury. He was supposed to be out for a month, but he's back already, which is insane. It just goes to show his
Milner?
fitness levels.
Get him drug tested.
Oh man.
It's Milner suspended for having overload testosterone. It's too much. Too many balls.
Too many balls.
This guy is honestly, he's 33, 34, 33? How old is he? 32. Which is what?
I think he's got a couple years in him still. Easy.
Yeah, he's at the top of his game. He's playing the best football he's ever played at the age of 32.
Yeah.
And he
started at the age of 16.
Which is what the fuck?
Yeah.
Half his life.
How? Yeah. Oof.
Anyway, so VVD. What about VVD? Is Van Dijk injured?
VVD has a rib cage injury, which is the same one that surfaced in the game prior to the City game.
He was just playing through
it. He was just playing through it. So it's kind of reoccurring. So maybe he's going to be rested. Also,
yeah,
he'll have to be assessed.
I'd be down for Liverpool to rest him for a month or two. I'd like that.
No worries.
Yeah. And what about Sadio Mane? Is he also injured?
No, Mane is just a hand injury, on his.
Okay, why'd you write this in the notes then, bro? I got so excited.
Just to see the reaction.
Y'all are so injured. You're done. Finished.
Nah, it's just a arm injury, so I don't know if he's gonna be out. Probably not. So.
Yeah, I mean arm injury.
But he was
seen bandaged. Just wrap it up.
Yeah, he wrapped it up, so should be good on that end. Any injuries from City to report?
From City? No, but a lot of players have played a lot of minutes for our countries, so I'm not happy with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I was so happy because Henderson missed this game today.
Yeah, he's suspended, right?
The yellow card.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, thank you.
Suspended. Fuck you. Stones was also suspended, so I guess that was nice. And I mean, a lot of players weren't called up for our team. Silva's retired from international duty.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne was obviously recovering, and he's back now. He's back to full fitness, which is amazing.
Oh, good.
And Aguero didn't get called up. Mendy didn't get called up. Laporte didn't get called up.
Damn.
But the people who did, Sterling played a lot on the first game and the second game. Gabriel Jesus. What else?
Ederson's been called up as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's playing against Argentina. I think Alisson's
how
starting
tired
that game.
can a man really get as a goalkeeper? So
Fair enough.
that's it.
Okay, standing around takes a bunch of effort, Ange.
Yes. Can confirm.
Standing.
Going to England? When we went to England, we had that.
Oh, baby.
Let's find a bench.
Let's find a bench, yeah. I mean, you could just ask to get subbed at that point.
Yeah.
Free bench.
That last day when we had to explore 4 museums and we did half of one and we were like, we're done.
Oh my god. That was dreadful.
Yeah.
My legs just gave up. I'm like, no.
So,
not gonna happen.
Okay, let's just quickly wrap up the UEFA Nations League coverage. Obviously, we covered like 2% of the games that happened, but we're going to do a short episode today just kind of to bring you guys back into the loop and say we're still alive. And also, like, those are the games we kind of caught up on, so that's what we'll talk about. But just to wrap it up, what do you think of like the UEFA Nations League? Do you think it's a good competition to have?
No, yeah, it's a good competition to have, especially for the countries in the lower, I think pot 4 or pot 3.
Yeah, for those countries it's exciting, right? Because
it's very exciting because you get to play against like teams of your caliber, and it actually means something.
What about?
So definitely for the lesser nations, but for the supposedly bigger nations, it's an opportunity to give call ups to players on the fringes of the.
But they already had that, didn't they?
Like we saw.
This almost makes it harder for them to do that, basically.
I don't think Southgate has really called up too many. Like we saw a bunch of new recruits for England this year.
They did, but they barely got any game time because it wasn't a friendly.
Fair enough.
So I feel like if it was a friendly, like he would have started like some of those youngsters, like
Madison or.
Yeah, Madison didn't
Winks.
even play pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is kind of I wanted to see him. Sancho played.
Yeah.
Chalobah played today for like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Did Wan-Bissaka come on?
Nope.
Nope.
Wan-Bissaka's English?
Was he not called? Yeah, he's English.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
He's from Croydon.
Bro, I did not know that.
Yeah. I saw it in an article the other day. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, half of England's under 23 side comes from London.
That's crazy.
Which is ridiculous. Yeah.
But what do you think? For us watching it as fans, getting to see these really hype games is obviously so much more exciting than the boring international friendlies we had before. Like fucking oh great, England versus Cyprus or like England versus Malta.
Cyprus.
Oh, the commentators like, by the way, that goalkeeper is a factory worker on the side. Thanks. Like I love watching this. But now obviously, you have really exciting games like Croatia, Spain. So that side of it is good. But what about the players? I think Klopp described it as the most senseless competition in the world.
Yeah, he did. He went hard on it.
Like, do you agree
I can see both perspectives. I don't really agree with him necessarily. I feel like it's a competition that we need to have.
Yeah.
And it's a fair way of qualifying for the Euros. I mean, if you want to qualify for the Euros, you better, show
that's
up
also
regularly.
The thing. It pretty much acts as qualifying as well. We should do an episode where we just go through the entire rule book and explain what it really means. Well, that would be a good episode. Because I don't even fully understand it yet.
No, me neither. I don't think anyone really does.
I don't even think that. I think it was like one of the English players came out and said like, we don't even understand it. We just know we have to win.
What's going on?
Like we're just focused on getting the
win.
All
right, lads.
Yeah.
How many points do we need to qualify?
I don't know. It's like it's one of the last games.
Just go out there, boys.
It's like it's one of the last games of the competition, and like you need to qualify if you win that game, but no one knows it, so they're just like playing for the draw. They need to clear it up.
Both teams get knocked out.
Oops. Oops. We didn't know. Remember when who was it? Senegal got knocked out of the World Cup on yellow cards.
Oh yeah,
that's the stupidest rule ever. That's fucked.
Pretty trash.
Like imagine making it to the World Cup with your country and then you get a yellow card. And you get knocked out. That's fucked.
I don't agree with that. But moving on from the Nations League, we travel down to Australia, where Usain Bolt has scored
down under
his first of 2 goals for his new team.
I mean, as close to a Sunday league as it can get, but he scored 2 goals, so I mean that's good. He's living his dream. He wanted to be a player, and He's going out there and he's doing it. And apparently
Yeah.
he even has like an offer from a Champions League chasing club, but like that's just Daily Mail, so don't read into it.
Don't read too much into it, but I mean, if it's a possibility already, that's interesting. I don't even think he has signed with his current team.
If
It's a trial, as far as I know.
no, I think it's like a 6-month contract or
Is
something.
it a
Like,
contract?
I'm pretty sure he got
Oh,
a contract.
interesting.
Oh, I might be wrong. You might be right. If he got on to FIFA 20, what do you think his pace would be?
Oh,
Like right now, I think the
99.
fastest is Mbappe with 96.
really? Is Mbappe the fastest?
Yeah, Mbappe's the
Interesting.
fastest. Mbappe and Sane are tied on 96, I think.
Damn.
He'd be faster, right? He'd be like...
He'd be like 97, 98. I think he'd be
I
the
mean,
fastest in the game.
He's literally the fastest human on Earth. So
Yeah,
what is the
I
point
mean-
of not making him 99, right? Or 100
Yeah.
if that's even possible.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking EA. They're gonna make him like a 92. Just watch. Fuck EA stats.
I
man.
wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Also interesting is that he's being investigated by the ASADA, which is Australia's anti-doping authority, for doping on drugs because he's
Yeah.
so fast at the age of 32. Which,
Imagine you get to make it as a soccer player, and like,
you're living your dream,
and
and
you get
after you score 2 goals, it's like, hey, just come with us to this room. What's it about? Oh, is it press?
and then you
No,
actually get
drug
caught,
test.
and then you're
Oh,
entire.
dude, if he actually gets caught, that.
I mean, I don't. I doubt he's doing it, but a lot of players
yeah,
do.
I doubt he's doing.
You know,
And
which
a
is
lot of
something I
athletes do
learned
as well,
actually just
so-
this summer. Like, it's very common
Dude,
for clubs and players
Yeah.
to participate in doping. Fun fact.
hashtag Pep's doctor.
Shut up. Yo, that doctor is godly. He's amazing. Kevin De Bruyne was supposed to be out for like 3 months. He was out for a month. She's just a fast healer.
It's always the case.
Just a fast healer. What
Fast
can I
he-
say?
Yeah, of course.
Didn't
It's just
Liverpool
a
also
fast
sign
healer.
like a doctor from Bayern Munich?
Yeah,
Doctor-
they did. Maybe that's why Miller's regained his
Yep.
form so quickly.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, they should sign engineers too, just for jokes.
Yeah, it wouldn't be you though. Should we do a quick Liverpool versus Man City talk because we didn't do it last week? Well, we did, but technical difficulties
did,
meant we
but-
couldn't release.
Yeah, we could go into it for a quick 5 minutes.
Sure. Another 0-0, but probably the most exciting 0-0 we've talked about. I really enjoyed the game actually.
Mhm. It was a great game, and at the end I was like, "Oh shit, it's finally happening." Oh no.
Yeah, man, that penalty was painful to watch.
Whew.
Painful.
13 years of hurt.
Like 85 minutes we played it perfectly. I'm like, this is so good.
Yeah.
We pulled it
Yeah.
off. Like Pep, he abandoned his gung-ho
His
go
usual,
press,
yeah.
and he's like, fine,
He
we're
was
gonna
like,
respect
take it
you.
easy, boys.
Which was so great to see. It's like, yeah, two teams who
Yeah.
respect each other because they know how good they are. And then
Mhm.
85 minutes, we play it perfectly. Sane comes on. Van Dijk, of all people. I was so shocked when Van Dijk did that.
I was like,
But
but
I was
just
like,
imagine if
yes.
Lovren did it on the other end. Just imagine the headlines.
I can't
like,
tell you
whew.
how hard I celebrated when Sane got that penalty. I'm like, we've done it. We've won. And then Jesus gets the ball, and I'm like, great. And then Mahrez takes it from him. I'm like, wait. No, that's not how it's supposed to go. And then he blazes it over. It was just the most painful moment of that game. And
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get like an opportunity like that ever again. I think we're gonna lose every.
I really
single...
want to face you guys in the Champions League again. I really want that
I
to
don't
happen.
know if I want that to happen. You guys are actually maybe. Who knows?
It might
We're
be a
so
different
evenly
dynamic
matched.
this year.
Liverpool and Man City.
Yeah.
I can't choose. I don't know who's gonna win the title.
Even in the league. Chelsea, too. Chelsea, don't count them out. They're
No, I'm not counting them out.
amazing this
Chelsea,
season.
I just treat them like differently because it's
Yeah,
not
fair
that they
enough,
don't play
fair
attacking
enough.
football. It's just they play a very different style of football than Liverpool or
Mhm,
Man City.
mhm. Yeah.
But they're they're tied on points, the top 3 teams, which is like insane. And I think it's the first time in Premier League history that 3 teams have gone this long being unbeaten.
Mhm. It's insane. Maybe we could see Invincibles this year. Again.
Maybe,
Who
yeah,
knows?
true. I don't think so though.
I don't think so either.
I think
Someone's
all
gonna
the
lose
I think
someone.
all three teams are beatable. I think
Yeah,
City
yeah.
are definitely beatable. I think Liverpool are definitely beatable. Chelsea, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a painful game for me at the end. You
At
probably
the end,
celebrated
yeah.
like a bitch, eh?
Oh, dude, I was just like, I wasn't even looking at the screen, and then I just heard the commentator. I'm like, oh, yo, sick.
Oh my god. Are you the type of person who closes their eyes during a penalty?
If it's usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
No,
watch it. I'm just
I
like,
can't do
I don't
that.
need
I have
this.
to watch it. If Aguero was
I
still
can't watch
on,
it.
that would have been his
Oh,
duck
yeah.
broken and City's duck broken. But he wasn't. Man, Mahrez's penalty record is terrible too. I don't know why he took it.
I know it's garbage, but to be fair, everyone on the pitch, his penalty record at that point was
Yeah.
pretty trash.
But anyway, other than
So,
that,
I mean-
like, what City
Great
did,
game
which
in
is so
general.
interesting, was like they played Bernardo Silva and Fernandinho deep, and like Bernardo Silva deep, you never really hear that, but he wasn't really doing
Mhm.
defending, right? He was more the guy who played out from the back
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you guys have three mids, and we kept the ball between our two center backs for like the majority of the game, which
Yeah,
which was
more or
like
less.
which is what he was going for, because he's like, we can't make a single mistake and we can't give you the
Mhm.
ball either, so this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And when you did come onto us, that's when we played through you, and it was such a perfect plan. It was like the one way you could play against you at Anfield, right? And it
Mhm,
almost worked.
mhm.
So I was just glad to see that
Almost.
Guardiola figured you guys out. I think he figured you guys out. And it's also combined with the fact that you're out of form.
Also combined with the fact that it's not a knockout, so you could, have the luxury of sitting back.
Yeah, but I
'Cause
mean,
I
we
feel like
almost
if it
won
was
it.
a knockout game,
We would have won it if we got that pen.
Yeah.
It's not like we sat back though, which is like the confusing part for some people. I don't think we sat back as much as we didn't attack. There's like a difference, you know? We didn't leave spaces.
Okay, you didn't really sit back, but yeah, I know what you mean.
It was
more of a defensive approach. Though.
yeah, it was like a game of chess.
Yeah.
Yep. Not what people were expecting.
And the Premier League table again is very, very tight. Tottenham, Arsenal catching up.
The difference
at
between
18 points.
top and fifth is 2 points. Like, there you go.
It's ridiculous.
And La Liga this year too is such a tight. I think the difference between
Yeah.
the top and bottom club is so small, it's ridiculous. Here, I'll show you. I won't show you guys. You can't see on the screen. Just freaking search it up. 16 points at the top and 5 at the bottom. After 8 games. 16, 15,
That's-
15, 14, 14, 14, 12, 12, 11, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9. Like, what the hell?
Holy.
Sevilla's at the top. It's a crazy year for
Sevilla.
football.
No, it's good for football. More
Yeah, I
competition.
mean, it's good, I like
more
it.
viewership. That's great. Yeah.
Okay, and I think you wanted to talk about Man United, didn't you?
Yeah. In the news, a Saudi takeover for United. Some
Yeah.
Arab prince looking to bid for them, which is
A lot of chance that
I
this
mean-
thing against City would go out of the window if if that happened.
I mean, not only would City, it wouldn't just be a derby in Manchester, it'd be a derby of like countries at that point. Abu Dhabi versus Saudi.
Literally.
On foreign shores, like. whew.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening though. I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I don't think the Glazers are gonna sell.
The Glazers
I don't
aren't
think they're
gonna sell.
sell.
The net worth of the guy
Unless they come in with.
who wanted to buy is like 900 billion, I think, and like he would have to spend
The
3
hell?
billion to buy. Anyway, go on.
That is ridiculous. 900 billion?
Yep, something like that.
Just a drop in the bucket for him.
But
yeah, I don't think the Glazers are gonna sell unless they get the right price. Because United's a money making like machine,
yeah,
regardless of their position. For the next 10 years, easily, they will be the most
the
profitable.
thing is, if
you know,
if
team.
that takeover does happen, what you would see then is a director of football, because obviously those guys would not handle that, right? So they would appoint one,
of course.
and then maybe like the transfer situation at United would improve, which is what the fans have been wanting for a long time. Because
Yeah, since Fergie's gone.
yeah, so I mean that's one aspect of it that you can't ignore, which might even happen with the Glazer family. Like that's what they've been pushing for. A lot of people have been pushing for a director of football. It's just levels, and it's the way the world works now.
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of enjoying seeing Arsenal's run. I'm not Arsenal.
Arsenal?
United's right.
Yeah,
My
obviously.
bad.
I mean, you're a
United-
Liverpool fan. I'm
yeah.
a City fan. Who isn't enjoying it? We're enjoying it. I just like talking about it.
It's a
They're gonna finish, I think, 6th this year.
yeah.
If they
they're
keep
on
hold of
course
Mourinho,
for
at least.
sixth.
If they sack him early, maybe they have a chance of finishing above Arsenal.
Did watch Mourinho turn around?
I don't know. I think it's too late, but
You think it's too late?
I think so. I don't know, man.
In other news, well, Spurs Stadium's almost done. The pitch was rolled out at Tottenham's new ground, so we should be seeing
Yeah,
that
that's been a
come to
mess.
pictures soon. Yeah, it's been a solid mess. I mean,
Anyway,
they were supposed to play us in like August
yeah, it was,
or like September.
and I think there's this really funny headline on Daily Mail too. It's like Spurs finally win something or something, or like Spurs.
Oh
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
just something really stupid, about, and it was just about their stadium being finished. Like fucking Daily Mail. Anyway, we've hit the half an hour mark, so if anyone wants us to keep going, shout. Okay, wait. I didn't hear anything, so we're gonna stop.
Yeah, me neither.
Shrikar has to get back to studying. I have to go to my
Yeah.
game. Thanks.
I mean, guys, this week was a bit of a mellow episode.
Yeah.
Just to get us back into thick of
Mhm.
things.
So
We understand.
enjoy the
I
rest
hope
of the
you guys
Nations League,
too.
and we're looking forward for the EPL being back, and when we'll fully be back too. So, thanks for listening. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends if you like it. Talk about it. Comment, and yeah, Shrikar.
Yep. Cheers, guys. See you next week.
Bye.